Hi, my name is Danielle Havamaki, and my group partner's name is JT Crossan, and we have decided to base our documentary on dating and how it's evolved throughout the decades in relation to popular culture. So, we might go back to the 50s and look at the music and how the music was quite innocent and the lyrics were quite virtuous and clean, which in return required dancing that was quite innocent as well. So, even if you refer back to the song Splish Splash by Bobby Darin, the music is happy and the lyrics are simple, which can be referenced to having no foul or dirty thoughts or actions. So, because the melody is upbeat and the lyrics are quite simple and clean, it also kind of dictates dance moves to be upbeat and clean and pure as well. And even fashion magazines dictated, especially towards women, how to dress. And the fashion trends from the 40s and the 50s were very loose. They were very confined to a specific set of rules. So, even looking at, they could wear loose twin sets and casually cuffed denim and knee socks and penny loafers and big poodle skirts. There was nothing really tight that showed a lot of skin. And so, kind of referencing it back to dating, that kind of in return shows that dating as well was very confined to a certain set of rules and that were based around clean and virtuous regulations as well, I guess you could say. And then fast forwarding it to the 80s. The 80s was all about the rock with the pop, and there were cheerful beats like Take On Me by Aha, and there were also very dramatic guitar parts like in Living on a Prayer by Bon Jovi. And the cheery and intense music of this time go hand in hand with the dramatic pops of color and different materials used when dressing. So if you look at the colorful spandex and even like the big poofy curly hair, this is kind of shows a more free-spirited and free-spirited and free-flowing way of socializing and dating. So compared to the 50s where everything was just so confined to a certain set of rules, now there's this much more free-flowing way of interacting with the opposite sex, or the same sex, depending on whatever floats boat. And then fast forwarding it to nowadays, this decade, the music and the lyrics and even the music videos are just so sexually explicit. And it gives a whole new meaning to bearing it all. There's a high level of skin exposure, and there's an even higher level of sexual dance moves, which kind of in return allows people at clubs listening to this music, kind of allows them to dress and dance the exact same way, which can again be returned back to dating and how now dating's become a lot more casual. And even looking at topics such as sex and drugs and alcohol, and even homosexuality, which was a taboo topic from a couple decades ago. Now these topics are becoming, that were once taboo, are being sung about in an extremely casual way, which in return kind of shows just how much more casual our society is becoming. And even looking at weddings, weddings used to be this crazy traditional conventional ceremony, and it's now kind of, I don't want to say being reduced, but it's becoming just a lot more casual, and people are just kind of doing whatever they want, really, and they're not being completely ridiculed for it. And there's even like this blog that's called Disney-Based Weddings, and it's basically a blog that just talks about Disney-based weddings, basically. And there was one wedding where the husband was dressed up as Mickey Mouse and the wife was the princess, and it's just showing even more so how casual certain things that were once very confined with a certain set of rules, how now they are becoming a lot more free-flowing and casual. And especially dating. Dating's just completely changed in the past 50 years. So I hope you enjoy watching this video, and hopefully our documentary will be amazing. Thank you very much for listening. Have a nice day.